Canto number 16. He weeps, he cries. Hear him blubber as he fumbles to expose, through a lyric superior to prose, the myths, the mysteries of his people. Hear a Khan, high priest of the sun, in Argos, city that knows neither north nor south, but floats in the ether, opens his mouth to speak it, the creation, as writ by Japhel, the great prophet of Ra before the flood. Darkness was at beginning time, and a molten mountain, eternity's rock, was its core. The voice in the rock spoke, saying, "Let light be once more," and darkness cringed and broke, shattering outward in ripples. Shards of light rained down, swirled into clouds of gas and dust, and danced on for millennia before gleaming stars cooled and formed the galaxies to be by gathering matter to them. Planets circled suns, reaching as a babe for its mother's nipples. To each world the voice called, echoing over still waters, wafting over green pastures, and at the floors of many oceans life heard and crawled upward, grasping for the land, and from the light the voice forged itself a hand, that it might help its creatures stand. They stood and seek the stars, nothing too high, nothing too far. From behind a grounded pillar of salt and sand, a starving, stained girl sees the priest stand, tear off a stalactite clod and toss it into a ravine. He is mad, raving even. "No sign to guide me?" shrieks he. "No word from the sun? What have we done to be so unworthy? We made war, true, but we took the colony for you, Lord Rao, for you. We have won the fight, detained the council's surrogate." Kara's heart surged to a deadly rate. What would be her father's fate? And so ended the reign of science, yet still there is this awful silence. As he spoke, his hands shook with grief, but to change tenses he will not brook the tinge of disbelief, moving to amend his faith, not when he can rearm himself with the oldest of defenses, shouting, "By Krypton's fire falls, I've had enough with pouting. This your vault still sparkles, slivers of your brilliance bounce off these briny walls. You will call again when we have purged the sin of this generation's rulers. Proper schooling for all will soon begin. I'll see your way reinstated. Disciplines of old will start afresh the day I find me a disciple who has not tasted flesh." He stops. The silence makes for a decisive moment. Hunger urges her from hiding, drives her to clutch his knees and moan in supplication. Groaning under the impact, he steadies himself, hides his face, which, veiled in every place but this, has been a mystery to all Krypton. Gathering his composure, he sees he'll soon get what he's been lacking, a student he can groom to lead the masses down the proper track. A kid to mold and wean and teach the things unseen as they were taught in days of old. The sage drops his hand to say, "Tell me your age, my son, and family name. I will pledge you fame and much gold, and land enough to raise progeny who will praise you and carry on that name." Through grinding teeth she gets out, "I'm only 9. Then he, "Child, you are mine. This is no game." He kneels and tilts her chin into the light. revealing to him his challenge. A female's not quite what he expected, still he must not spite his lord. The rules will have to change. For her the gods have arranged a curious dilemma: follow pride and maybe be hanged, or lie to avoid that danger. She succumbs to the former. With an eye full of hate, she grits those teeth. When they part, she spits. I am Kara, daughter of Allura, who is spouse to Zorel, second son of Jor the First of the once royal house of Kryptonopolis. For the first time in a long while, Hyrcaon's cracked lips lift his beard in a smile. The irony is double, that his rival's spawn should seek him, and that she's destined to help him rebuild their temple up from rubble. Rao has a sense of humor. Stunning.